So, with the relics of the past nerf, I have been going out of my way to test out different potential vendor shuffles on the PTR to find out if there's any leftover potential vendor shuffles coming in the Shadowlands Pre-Patch. My hopes with this is that those of you who did decide to invest in some cloth and /or leather can get something back for your investments, so you don't end up having wasted all of your gold, but also so that those of you who did not invest in anything can take advantage of people panic dumping their stockpile to get some really good deals, which you can turn into gold through these upcoming potential vendor shuffles. Keep in mind that all of this is on the PTR, which is literally a testing realm. It's called Public Test Realm for a reason, and anything can be changed in the upcoming couple of days before the actual pre-patch comes out. But considering how close we are to the pre-patch, and how many other things they need to focus on, I think these vendor prices are here to stay. But just take it with a pinch of salt and realize any investment always carry risk. Now I have found 4 potential vendor shuffles on the PTR. Well, technically I have found even more, but these are the 4 most promising ones. Other vendor shuffles are basically lesser versions of these 4, like for example for leatherworking you have the chimeric leggings and the chimeric vest, but the chimeric leggings give a better return on your investment, so that is the one I mentioned in the video. Join my Discord in the description down below, and I'll update you if I find more vendor shuffles over there, instead of making another video on it. And if you find anything worth sharing, then you can share it over there as well. And with that being said, let's just talk about the potential upcoming vendor shuffles. So first of all, we have Tailoring. For Tailoring, I have found these vendor shuffles on the PTR. Frostweave Tunic, which has a 42 gold vendor price, and it requires these things to craft. 5 bolts of Runecloth, which is 20 Runecloth in total. 2 blue dye, which has a vendor price of 80 copper. And 1 rune thread, which has a vendor price of 40 silver. After buying the vendor items that you need, you have 41 gold left over to buy the Runecloth, meaning that you can buy the Runecloth at 2 gold per unit and still make a slight profit. But you obviously want to get them cheaper, as 1 gold profit per craft really isn't anything noteworthy. But if you can get a Runecloth under 1 gold per unit, then you'll be making more than 20 gold profit per craft. And since you don't have to infuse it with a relic or anything, then you can craft a ton of them per hour, giving you a decent amount of gold based on time spent crafting, and the amount of crafted items you can craft in that time period. White Bandit Mask, which has a 9 gold vendor price, and it requires these things to craft. 1 bolt of Mageweave, aka 4 Mageweave Cloth. 1 bleach, which has a vendor price of 20 copper, and 1 heavy silken thread, which has a vendor price of 16 silver. After buying the vendor items, you pretty much have 8.8 gold to buy 4 Mageweave Cloth, so if you buy them at 2 gold per unit, then you still make 80 silver per craft, which is obviously not noteworthy at all, but if you can get them for let's say 50 silver per Mageweave Cloth, then you will make 6 gold and 80 silver per craft. It's not much, but it's honest work, and it's raw gold. After the relics of the past nerf, I have been able to find both Runecloth and Mageweave Cloth at under 25 silver per unit, as people are panicking and trying to get some gold back instead of throwing their cloth away, so you can use this time to get dirt cheap items. Crafted Malevolent Gladiators Fellweave Trousers, Pandaria PvP Legs for Warlocks, which has a 61.5 gold vendor price, and it requires 8 bolts of Wind Wool Cloth, aka 40 Wind Wool Cloth to craft, so as long as you can get the Wind Wool Cloth for under 1.5 gold each, you will be making profit, and once again, the cheaper you get them, the more profit you will make. For leatherworking, I found this shuffle to be the best one. Chimeric Leggings, which has a 47 gold, 41 silver vendor price, and it requires these things to craft. 8 rugged leather, 1 living essence, which has a EU average price of 5 gold, and 1 rune thread, which has a vendor price of 40 silver. So as long as rugged leather is under 5 gold per unit, you will be making profit from this, if you buy living essence at the average price of 5 gold. That being said, the current median price for living essence is 11 gold, but even then, that means you can buy rugged leather at 4 gold per unit, and still make profit. Obviously, the cheaper you buy things, the more profit you will make. That is not rocket science. Another version of this is the Chimeric Boots, which has a 35 gold and 60 silver vendor price, and it only requires 4 rugged leather, 1 living essence, and 1 rune thread to make. The rune thread costs 40 silver to buy, so let's say 35 gold for 4 rugged leather and 1 living essence. If we go by the EU average price of 5 gold for a living essence, that gives you 30 gold to buy 4 rugged leather, meaning you can spend almost 8 gold per rugged leather and still make profit. Let's say 7.5 gold. This method is a lot better than Chimeric leggings if the value of living essence is around the 5 gold mark on your server, but it also demands a steady supply of living essence in order to mass produce. I figured I would at least mention this item so you can craft it if you want to, but once again, not many servers have a steady, high supply of living essence. On top of all of this, you also have other items like Chimeric Vest and other crafting PvP gear in Pandaria that also gives a profit when crafting, but it's all basically the exact same material and formula as the same basis as the items I mentioned in this video, but the items I mentioned are the ones with the highest profit, so there is no point in crafting the other ones as they are more expensive and they will give less profit as well. Hopefully the vendor values of these items don't get nerfed so we can actually have some fun with crafting and reselling in the pre-patch. And as of right now, it doesn't seem like any of these vendor shuffles are game breaking in any way, so if you ask me, they're just really good for the game as it gives Runecloth and Mageweave Cloth, as well as rugged leather and windwool cloth a steady price, which will help new players acquire more gold while leveling, and it will keep professions and old expansion gathering slightly more relevant than it currently is, which is a positive thing. So if you were stocking up on items for the relics of the past and haven't been able to offload all of them just yet, or if you're looking for some potential vendor shuffles in the upcoming pre-patch, I hope this video was of help to you. Once again, do take it with a pinch of salt and realize that any investment carry a risk, and personally I'm just really excited to see what they do during the pre-patch. With the level squish and item squish and revamped leveling system, there's so many things they need to polish, and I'm excited to see if they manage to do it correctly and how it all works out. And that is pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to give the video a like, and subscribe to the channel as there is plenty more to come. Thank you so much for watching this video, and click on one of the 2 videos popping up on the screen right now, and I'll see you over there.